Hello everybody, welcome to Mike's Mike. My name is Mike. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about paparazzi. And I'm actually for once not talking about the iconic Lady Gaga 2009 VMAs performance. Paparazzi. I'm talking about the concept and the people of paparazzi. People who take the photos of the famous people, but we'll get to that. We're going to do a little then versus now moment. And when I say then, I mean mid-2000s, like celebrity gossip tabloid culture. So Paris Hilton, the Ange vs. Jen, whole tabloid cover situation, all that kind of stuff. And then we're going to compare that with paparazzi now, which, I know this is probably extreme because obviously there are still tabloids and that kind of stuff now. But when I think of gossip and tabloid gossip, I think of Hollywood Fix, and we'll talk about this in a second, but there's a huge discrepancy in what's popular compared to what you think could be popular. So now we'll talk about then, and then we'll talk about what? There's a Tumblr called Pop Culture Died in 2009, which has a whole bunch of these paparazzi pictures and tabloid entries and all that kind of stuff. So most of these come from that, so I highly recommend going to check out that. I'll put a link in the description. For me, if I think about a paparazzi photo, it's either something outrageously iconic or something that's just terrible. They were either trying to get a really good picture of someone because everyone was interested in that person and a good picture of them could sell a lot of copies of a magazine. But if you get a picture of someone who's really popular looking like an absolute mess or doing something ridiculous, then that will get even more sales because everyone's like, what's Miss Lindsay Lohan doing? Oh, she's driving a car while high. Oh, well, let me just go and check that out. Here we have an example of paparazzi photos that are good for the person that's in them. Christina Aguilera is so cool in these, right? I can almost guarantee that someone watching this has one of these images as their phone background because it's just cool, right? It's cool. Then the flip side of that is the images of people where it could be used with a sensationalist headline and used on the cover or on page 6 or something of the magazine. And here we have some examples. So here's Nicole Richie throwing water at paparazzi. And then we also have Nicole Richie eating for the paparazzi. That leads me into possibly one of the biggest disadvantages of being paparazzied in that era is that these tabloids and these articles and the people taking the photos kind of got away with a lot. This is basically weight shaming. Saying Nicole's bag is wider than she is. Moment of the week. That's the moment of the week? Not so Slim Shady with a burrito. After bloating up to over 200 pounds, Eminem is rushed to the hospital. Rushed? Hello? I don't think these kind of headlines would fly at all in 2020, and for good reason. Here's another personal favorite example of fantastic just photography and journalism. Not normal. Hillary gets attacked by her own earring. Hillary Duff's not going to look at this and be like, oh, so glad they covered this moment. It's such a crucial moment for me. No! I like this one because the whole Hollywood dating pool being really small thing is still so true now. Oh my god, these publications are so messy. Like, look at the Jared Leto one. Likes girls at least 10 years younger than he is. 4 things that I would say kind of summarize this era of paparazzi and tabloids are people having breakdowns, dramatic weight loss or weight gain, marriages, and then affairs. And a good example of having all 4 of those is the Angelina versus Jennifer saga over Brad. Like, I don't think you young people understand. This shit was everywhere, and like it still kind of is. Brad and Ange. Dun, 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 dun. Here we have some cover examples. Jen's best body at 41, how she lost 7 pounds in 7 days. Absolutely not true. I can almost guarantee that she didn't lose 7 pounds in 7 days. She probably didn't even have 7 pounds to lose. Kim vs. Courtney weight war. How do they get away with this? Brad cheats on Angie. Okay, we're kind of getting everything that we need right now. Down to 79 pounds. Weight loss. Anorexic Angie close to breakdown. I mentioned that it was much more vicious back then, but if you look at the date on this is from 2016. So that's a lot of butt filler. Oh my god, there were Brad and Selena rumors? Isn't that age difference like 50 years? Isn't that man like 70? This is literally just YouTube thumbnails part 1, right? They're just trying to get as many clicks as possible. I mean, purchases, not really clicks, not me just forgetting about print media entirely. Important to note, almost all of these are about celebrities, like celebrities, like celebrities. Like, movies celebrities. There are some TV stars, like reality TV stars, and the occasional Paris Hilton moment, Nicole Richie, all that kind of stuff. Angelina's a monster. She's Gollum, Jen tells friends. I can't. Separated at birth is Gollum getting ready to steal Brad from Angelina. Jail. You're going to jail. Who wrote this? Doesn't say, but they're going to jail regardless. This is simply outrageous. The outrage is us at this point. Gollum versus Angelina, birth name, flaws, his bony claw-like hands, her bony claw-like hands. I hate it here, I absolutely hate it here. Biggest box office hit. Return of the King, 867 million versus Mr. and Mrs. Smith, 386 million. I mean, Gollum kind of outsold there. Charity work. Tours Middle-earth showing Frodo the Hobbit the way to Mordor, and tours the Earth as the United Nations Goodwill Ambassador. It's basically the same thing. Let's quickly touch on Paris Hilton and Britney Spears and Lindsay Lohan and the gang, essentially. Paris Hilton is one of the first influencers, or maybe she is the first influencer, right? I don't think we would have the whole Hollywood Fix situation and like Tana Mojo and all that kind of stuff happening without Paris Hilton. So basically, Paris Hilton's plan was to act dumb and act outrageous for the paparazzi and thrive off the hate that people had for her because it lined her pockets, which honestly, she just kind of got to do whatever she wanted. So good for her. At the same time, they were vicious to her. They were horrible, but she did know that going in there. And she was like, I was an employee and I was going to get Employee of the Month. But if you compare that with how they essentially just demolished Britney Spears' career and Lindsay Lohan's career with all the paparazzi moments. And for us looking at it now, the picture of Britney in the car with Paris, that's like iconic pop culture history. But then at the time, people were looking at through the lens of, we hate these people. Moving on to the now portion, I'm going to be looking at Hollywood Fix, but I just wanted to talk about how surprising it is to me, the difference in views and interaction on YouTube and Instagram posts and all that for technically popular people, technical celebrities versus Instagrammers or TikTokers or YouTubers. If you look at how many views are on a Hollywood Fix video talking about Griffin or Dixie or Noah or anyone like that, any of the TikTokers or Nikita Dragon or someone like that, the views are in the hundreds of thousands. But if you go look at their recent ones with actual celebrities like Mariah Carey or J-Lo or people like that, Justin Bieber, these videos have tens of thousands of views. So the difference is astonishing. And if you're Hollywood Fix and you're trying to work out what content to post, and one video makes you, what, like a few $100s, and one makes you a few $1,000s, you're going to do the one that makes you a few $1,000s, right? It blows my mind that all these people live in the same area. It's like, are they famous for what they do, or are they famous because of who they're hanging out with? But then if you apply that to all of them, then are any of them providing any kind of value besides interacting with each other? And then if you go too deep into that, it's kind of like, wait, do you actually need talent to be famous? What is fame? What's a celebrity? With internet celebrities, it's kind of like the whole point of the internet is you can access it from anywhere. But then they all live in the same area, in the same neighborhood, or in the same house. It's outrageous. But I guess it's kind of like watching the Iron Man movies and then watching the Captain America movies and then watching Avengers and seeing them both at the same time. You're kind of getting both those audiences, and the overlap increases the views, which increases the money, the tuna money. And at the end of the day, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to secure that bag. That's why the girlies are still collaborating in the pandemic. So we've established that more views are going to the influencer videos. So why don't we head over to the Hollywood Fix and have a look what's popping off on there at the moment. This man, Fletcher, whatever his name is, he's making so much money. Let me just tell you that. Griffin Johnson makes out with Dixie D'Amelio, blocks Noah Beck, and disses Bryce Hall at Dog Pound Gym. Like, whoa, there's so much happening there. This guy just got the absolute scoop. Surely that can't all be happening. And you're absolutely right, it cannot possibly be happening, because if you look in the caption, clickbait, he actually doesn't do any of these things. He just talks about it. Lying about Brad and Ange getting married for the 17th time and or having their 32nd child. Now we're lying about Griffin Johnson making out with Dixie D'Amelio, blocking Noah Beck, and dissing Bryce Hall. It's just the same shit with different people. So where is your shirt?
Griffin, what's going on, man? Talk to me for a second before you run off.
Dude, I got a bunch of stuff coming out. It's pretty exciting.
It's ridiculous, but also it's beneficial for all parties because he's getting exposure from Hollywood Fix, right? And he knows he looks good, so he's taking the shirt off. He's like, yada, 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 boom, boom, pow, whatever. Black Eyed Peas, where is the love, you know? Hollywood Fix is benefiting from this because this has 710,000 views. Regardless of what his CPM is, 710,000 views is a lot of money, yeah? A lot of money. And then the people who are consuming the content are enjoying this because this is exactly what they're looking for. So it's a win-win-win for all parties involved. So no wonder they're all popping up out of nowhere. You started with Hollywood Fix, then it's Hollywood Fire, then there's Pap Galore or something. They just all appeared out of nowhere because why would you not? So it would seem that Gen Z is not interested in actual like celebrities. They're more interested in influencers. So then it makes you think, what's an actual celebrity? If celebrities are people that the general public wants to know about their lives, does that not mean that influencers are celebrities? Sorry to these TikTokers, but in my head, I cannot possibly think of like Ariana Grande or Billie Eilish in the same area as Miss Addison Rae or Griffin Johnson. It does not compute. Let's finish with some lyrics from a scholar that I really like. Nikki, she just mad that you took the spot. Word that bitch mad that I took the spot. Well, bitch, if you ain't shitting, then get off the pot. Think about that. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like. If you've got something to say, leave a comment. If you're not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thank you all so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll talk to you all soon. Peace out. Bye. It's Christmas. Let's go home. Welcome to the end screen. Here you will find another video for you to watch and a link to easily subscribe to my channel. So make sure you subscribe to my channel.